Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, May 13th. Happy Wednesday. We have officially made it halfway through the week, and we are now on a countdown to we get ready to start our official summer vacation. So, with all of that being said, I would like to go ahead and get started with our math and science lesson for today. Alrighty, so the task that I would like for you to complete today will be a spiral review. Complete your problems of the day, your weekly science assignment if you have not done so already, some practice on Clever Math or Education Galaxy Math. Alright, so for your spiral review, the first thing that you're going to do, you know that you're going to have 5 problems. And the first problem that you are going to be working on, you are going to write the number in expanded form. So the number that we have, or the number that you are working with, is 6,075. Not 6,075, 6,075. Okay? So how are you going to write this number in expanded form? Remember, excuse me, expanded form is when the number is stretched out and you put plus signs in between the different sections. All right, so problem number 2 says blank times 10 equals 60. So you have to figure out what the missing number is to make this multiplication sentence true. What number times 10 will give you 60? All right, your next one is, which will definitely help you with number 2. So number 2 and number 3 are definitely related. It says 60 divided by 10 gives us what? So when you divide 60 and 10, what do you get? And remember, the answer to a division problem is called what? Quotient. All right. Now we're moving to number 4. Number 4, and you are going to be adding fractions when you get to number 4. So you're going to be adding 2/7 plus 4/7, and that gives you what? Remember that when you're adding these fractions, that your denominator stays the same and you're only adding your numerator. Okay? And then finally, for number 5, you are to simply just draw. What does a point look like? If I was to say, draw me a point, what would you be drawing me? So once again, you have your spiral review and you're going to complete those 5 questions, and then you can move on to your actual problems for today. All right, so we have finished our first 2, our points, lines, and rays. So today I want to focus on angles. You will be focusing on angles today and tomorrow. So just to let you know that. So let's look over what an angle is. An angle is a geometric shape formed by 2 raised lines or line segments, okay? It's important that you understand the fact that it's formed by 2. If it's got 3, that's something completely different. And I don't want you to mistake the little boxes and curves, as a line or ray. That's not what that is. That's showing you the measurement of the angle. So the shape itself, 1, 2, this is 1, that's another 1, 1, 2. These are the lines and the rays. This just shows you the measurement of the angle, which will let you know whether it's right, acute, or obtuse. Okay? So once again, an angle is a geometric shape formed by 2 raised lines or line segments that meet at a common point. There are 3 types. These 3 types you will need to know forever and ever and ever. Okay? So the first one that you have is a right angle. It measures exactly 90 degrees. So when you have your 2 lines and they meet right here, they form, it looks like a box within half of a box. That's basically what it is. When you look at it, this box is a perfectly 90-degree angle. That makes it a right angle. A right angle is not 89.5 or 90 point something something. It is exactly 90 degrees. Okay? Next one you have is acute, and remember there it's acute is cute, it's little, which means it's small. So that measures more than 0 degrees but less than 90 degrees. Okay, so when you look at it, you can clearly see this 91 is kind of it's a good size. Then you have your acute, it's definitely smaller. So this right here lets you know it's I don't know the exact degree of it, but we can tell this is less than 90. So it has to be more than 0 but less than 90. So anywhere between 1 and 89, that makes it acute. Okay, your next one is obtuse. I call this the big one. This is like the granddaddy one of them. This one is obtuse, and this measures more than 90 but less than 180. So this means that when you're measuring, you look at this, you can see, oh, this is stretched out. It's like when you stretch your arms out in the morning when you first wake up, it's big, it's wide, it's long, it's all of those things. So it measures more than 90 but less than 180. So it's either 91 to 179. It has to be more than 90 but less than 180. Okay, so that's just giving you some vocabulary so you'll know how to work these problems. I'll pause right here so you can see the slide. Okay, now I want to do some examples. So I found this, and I just went through and I just darkened the lines so you could see a little better what they were. And then I went through and I decided to go ahead and just classify my angles. Some people say identify, or you can say classify, which means the same thing. So you're just trying to figure out what kind of angle is it. That's just a fancy way of saying it. So your three options are acute, obtuse, or right. It can't be both. It can't be two things. It's one or the other. It's one of those three. So you have to decide. So I'm looking at my angles and I'm looking at these, and I know my first one, it looks small. I'm looking at this angle. It's acute. And then I come over here to number 2 and I look, oh, that one's real wide. Look, that's got to be obtuse. So I've gone through and I have done this for all 9. Unfortunately, on this example, there is no right angle for you to look at, but if there was, you could definitely see the difference. So number 1 is acute, number 2 is obtuse, number 3 is obtuse, 4 acute, 5 obtuse, 6 is definitely obtuse, 7 is acute, 8 is acute, and 9 is obtuse. Okay? So you will be doing the same thing on your assignment today and tomorrow. All right, so here is your example, not sorry, your example. Here is your problems for today. Yes, there is 11 problems. No, it's not going to take you long. Yes, you can do it. I have complete faith in you. So when you are answering these, I just want you to number your paper 1 through 11, and I just want you to write the word acute, right, or obtuse. So you just go straight down and tell me what they are. I am going to expect these to be spelled right, okay? So here's just a picture of it. So I'm going to pause. That way you can screenshot it or do whatever you need to do to see what you're working on for today. All right. Yes, you do need to answer all 11 of these. The first one is this one right here. This was just an example, so you don't need to look at that. But if you want to answer it and make it 12 problems, you'll get bonus points. You'll get an extra point on Class Dojo with me for that. All right, and if you need some extra practice or just want to see something else or just watch a cool video, here's a good math video on these angles that you can watch. All right, and as always, I want you to show me your work, so don't forget to submit your answers to me, Class Dojo, or text message. All right, and for Clever, I would like for you to practice 45 minutes this week on your Clever pathway. You've all been doing so well. Those of you who had access to Clever, you've been doing so well. I'm so proud of you, and so I want you to keep up the good work. All right, for science today, if you have not already submitted your science assignment to me this week, so that was Monday and Tuesday, you have today and tomorrow to get your science done and submit it to me. For science, we're just going to be comparing renewable and non-renewable energy. I want you to remember that renewable energy is clean energy, so that is things like sunlight and wind and things like that. Non-renewable energy is considered dirty energy, so that's things like fossil fuels such as oil, gas, coal, things like that, things that make the environment dirty when they are out and about in the air and things like that. All right, here's just a kind of like a little chart that we would have had hanging up in the classroom of what renewable and non-renewable energy looks like in the sources. So source is basically where it's coming from. And if you look, you can see, yep, here's a picture of the sunlight. Here it's a leaf blowing, which would be like wind and things like that. And then coal and gas is over here for non-renewable because it makes the air and things dirty. All right, here are some science videos that you can watch to help you with this understanding a little better if you're confused. But I think that you all have gotten it from what I've been reading for your paragraphs. They look awesome. All right, so your science test for today. So you can use the chart, the examples, the video, whatever you need, and I want to help you. And I want you to write a paragraph, so 5 to 8 sentences on ways you use renewable and non-renewable energy in your everyday life and your home. So that's you, your mom, your dad, grandma, granddad, whoever. So if you have not already submitted your science to me Monday and Tuesday, you will have to do this today or tomorrow. All right, so we are now at the end of our lesson for today. I want you to know that you got this. Remember, you are smart, you are loved, you are missed. And I want for each and every one of you to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I will talk to you later. Have a good day, everybody.